Good morning, everyone. It's Tess, and today's tip 222. And I know I'm really early. This actually just shows you I'm already back from my walk. Mom and I walked already this morning. And I just figured I'd get this out quicker and faster because I've got stuff going on today. But again, most people know that I spent quite a few days this past week with no power. And during that time, I kind of went through my journals that I put together for my time with Doc B. And because I've been in the program for probably a year and a half now. And like I said, I've lost 45 plus pounds since I've been in it, for a total of, I'm over 165 lost since I had surgery, which will be 5 years in September. But what was interesting is when I was looking at it, for those that are in the challenge, it's his day 55. And his day 55 was, he basically said, there's no such thing as maintenance. And I guess really when I was thinking about this, in all of life, there's really no such thing as maintenance. We don't really want to just sit back and coast. We want to be moving towards something. It just feels good. It feels good to be optimistic, to be hopeful, to be full of joy, and to be full of excitement about where you might be moving towards. And he was talking about in the weight loss journey. I know I'm frizzy because there's humidity outside, but what he was kind of talking about is the second that you say you're working on maintenance, you're actually starting to work towards weight gain, because that's when you start to slide and not stay committed to your journey. I guess when I think about it, I know that's true because I don't stay as committed to my daily tasks, like monitoring my water, weighing myself every day, watching the foods I eat. That's even in like studying for something or moving forward in a different area of my life. And if I'm in, when I was in college, I had to do some kind of work towards it every single day. I like to watch videos every single day. Somebody was talking about a book last night, and I looked it up online, and I could listen to a video, YouTube on it, which kind of surprises me, but there's a lot of books on YouTube, audio available. We want to give credit to the authors, but I thought at least to get a taste for something, to see if I'm interested in buying the book, then that gives me something to look at. When I'm trying to figure out something on gardening, I'll actually go to the book, like with my strawberries, and I got to pull some strawberries today. But with my strawberries, I'm going, why do they keep rotting on the bottom? And then I looked that up and found out the hay, I needed to put the hay on the dirt. I always thought when I would go strawberry picking that was so that we could pick the berries. I didn't realize it was to protect the berries. So I think that in that forward motion, the idea of that we're never on maintenance, it actually can be an exciting thing, and it goes in line with everything else that we've been hearing and taught. We don't want to stay in a perpetual state of analyzing. We want to be shooting, moving forward, adjusting, shooting, moving forward, adjusting. And I'm finding that life is exciting when I live that way, when I look for forward motion, when I look for something to do better than yesterday. It's like my tomatoes are nonstop producing. So now that my power's back on and I can, get things done better, I'm making salsas and getting things. Well, hello, Upendra, it's good to see you. So I'm going to keep moving forward. I do think this idea that Doc V talks about is that we never are on maintenance. We are always looking to do something to improve our journey. And I do agree, like he says, if there's something you're interested in, like I mentioned a minute ago, if I'm wondering how to keep my strawberries producing, I noticed that for the berries, you need to put hay underneath. If I wanted to know how to better grow peppers, I can look online and find a way. I actually, when I was finding the tomato worms, I looked online to see what they were and how I had to get rid of them. The book online, I found a book online that someone was talking about yesterday. So hi, Joan, good to see you. So the book yesterday that came up in one of my group sessions for Law of Attraction, I was able to find a YouTube video. I listened to a bit of it so I can determine if I want to purchase the book. So I think there's so many opportunities to keep progressing forward. I'm going to spend the day with my parents today, so that's part of the reason I'm on early. Mom and I just finished our walk, so we've already got that under the belt. And I wanted to get online because since I missed a few days last week, I just want to make sure I stay committed to this for myself. and hopefully it gives pointers for everyone else. But I thought this was interesting because this was day 55 in Dr. V's challenge for those that are in the challenge. But he did point out we are, oh, hi, Annie Mae. Good to see you too. I am shocked I'm seeing so many people so early in the morning. But I do agree with Doc V. I do agree that we are never in maintenance. We are always working towards something. And what that something is can change, but there's always something that is propelling us or drawing us forward. And I think that's kind of something that he's talked about in the past too, is that when you start to build that little bit of momentum, you get pulled forward, but you get pulled forward in a way that's exciting, hopeful, and it's expanding. The one gift I've given myself in being involved in this is that when I was at my heaviest, and I know a BMI of 60, I was very, very heavy. I closed a lot of doors. In my mind, there were a lot of hopes and dreams and goals that I had that I had closed the door to, cemented, and built up walls against that I never even acknowledged had ever existed. And now that I've been losing weight and I'm getting closer to goal weight and I'm reaching out and doing things I never did, those walls are starting to crumble. And I'm remembering some dreams and some goals that I had dismissed as unobtainable. And I'm realizing for all of us, everything is possible. All things are possible. And we should be reaching for all things. So keep in the back of your mind, there is no such thing as maintenance. But that's a good thing because that means that life is always has a nugget or a beautiful gift for you around a corner if you keep yourself open. We're not coasting, we're reaching. We're always reaching. In this particular day from Doc V, it was April of 2020, he was talking about if you focus on your goals, then your weight loss becomes secondary and it just kind of happens as you're moving forward in your life. So I think even if you're working on like studying for something, that discipline, and I know discipline can be a negative word, but that idea that you're moving forward towards something and attach whatever name to that word feels good to you. But I find that if I'm making positive movement, it is a form of discipline, but it feels good to me. So make sure that you word it in a way that feels good to you, and you will automatically move towards all your goals. Because in this past year, I've been working towards self-worth, self-confidence. What is it going to look like as I get into retirement years? What could I do maybe business-wise? How can I better manage my life? How can I lose weight? How can I be healthier? How can I make sure my vitamin levels are adequate? How can I improve all areas of my life? And it is true that if you're focusing on something, everything else starts to fall into play. So if right now you don't want to have your mind 100% focused on the weight loss, just keep in mind, keep drinking your water, kind of monitor what your food is, but don't obsess about it. Just keep doing something to move forward. Maybe there is something that you can learn today. I've always loved learning, but books like, I have to teach in group with Doc V. I do that once a week. And this week is my turn to teach. So he alternates and you actually give homework and then you teach. So it may sound funny, but I kind of like that. And I like that because in order to teach, you have to own it. So I've got a couple books together and I've started writing notes, but it's a gift to myself. It's really not a task, it's a gift. And I think that's what I guess I wanted to say today is try to make sure you think of things. There are so many wonderful things waiting for us out in the world. We don't ever want to coast, which is kind of what maintenance is coast. We always want to be making that forward momentum because there's something exciting about wondering what's around the next corner, what adventure awaits us, what new food we can learn to like, what new vegetable or fruit we can grow. There is and I didn't think it would be exciting at first. The reason I got started in gardening was that I wondered what was going to be available when everything was locked down and there was nothing in the grocery store. But the blessing for me is in the past week when I've had like 5 days of no power, I was able to go outside and grab some lettuce or grab some peppers or grab some tomatoes, grab some onions so that I could make something fresh when our grocery stores didn't have fresh anymore. Because as soon as our power went out, all our shelves went back to the initial COVID time where everything was empty. So use it as an opportunity to be excited about what your future holds. Don't look at it as maintenance or this hard task. Look at it as this exciting thing. So as Doc V says, we're never in maintenance, we're always moving forward, but how you think about that moving forward makes a difference. I look at it as exciting to learn something new or to remember something that I forgot about. I'm thankful to be a year and a half into COVID and feel like my life is better than when I walked into it. And that's the same gift I want for all of you guys. Don't ever try to look at every opportunity of moving forward, of building momentum as a gift, as a new opportunity, and as something to be excited about. We weren't put here to be maintenance. We weren't put here to coast. We were put here to experience things. So find that small thing you can experience and know that if you're moving forward in some part of your life, you're not in maintenance, and all parts of your life will start to get better. It does sound like everything is repetitive or it all interlinks, but maybe that's just our reconfirmation that we're not here to just exist. We're here to experience. So make sure you're experiencing things. Oh, I'm glad it's meaningful to you, because sometimes, I mean, I know I have thoughts in my heart that I want to share, and I don't know if I exactly get them out, but all I can do is try. So just make sure, move forward today in a way of excitement, because we're not here to maintain. We're here to experience, to share, and to grow to levels that we can't even imagine at this moment. Open the doors, you guys. Break down those walls. Open them up and see what might be behind the door that you never saw before, and experience life in a whole new way. I'm excited. My mom loves getting up and walking with me early in the morning. We already put that behind us. We're going to do a little bit of some errand running with my parents today. It's going to be a beautiful day because I get to spend it with the people that I love. It's going to be a beautiful day because we already got some exercise under our belt. And the day is going to be one that I can put in the books to remember, because it's opened me up to new items and new thoughts. My life isn't going to be maintenance. Your life isn't going to be maintenance. It's going to be about making progress forward, because we know, and Annie Mae will get this totally, all things are possible. Keep your mind open and reach for those things that you never dreamed were there for you. Have a beautiful day, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.